Welcome to the Veterinary Social Media Podcast, where you learn how to navigate social media and apply it to the world of veterinary medicine. I'm your host, Cheyanne, and let's get down to business. Hey, welcome. Today, I am going to be sharing some of my go-to December post ideas that I have used time and time again, and really just share them with you so that you can use them on your social media pages. Now, if you feel overwhelmed by this, don't be, because I'm going to have the list available for you in a blog, and you can come back to this video anytime you need to. So with that, before we hop in and talk about these post ideas that I'm just so excited to share with you, I wanted to let you know that I know you're busy. And so to help speed up your creation, your post creation for any of these ideas, and to really help you implement them faster, I have some templates that go along with these post ideas in a freebie for you. So if you want to grab those templates, they're Canva templates, so that makes it even better, right? I will have those linked into the description or the show notes for you so that you can have those available and just crank out some post ideas before the end of the week, end of the day, whenever you have time to add them. So with that, let's dive on into this first social media post. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer here. The first couple of post ideas I'm going to be sharing with you probably aren't going to be new concepts or new ideas to you, but I added them onto this list because oftentimes, even though we are posting the same thing and again, year in, year out, people who come to our social media pages might not remember what we posted last year, may not have seen it before, or just new to the page, and so everything is new to them. So I always find it helpful to post the next 2 or 3 posts again and again. So the first one is going to be sharing your holiday hours. And this one I like to share a couple times throughout the month, actually, because it takes a few times for people to see something on social media. And so the more times we can share it, especially if it's important information such as limited hours for the holidays, it's really crucial to share it a few times. So what I like to do for these holiday posts is make a graphic and post all of the holiday hours coming up. So for December, I like to include if there's any special days that our team is closing down the clinic for a holiday party or something that's staff related. Of course, if you guys are closing on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and I also include holiday information for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day because it's typically within the whole month of December, right? So I like to cover everything for Christmas and for New Year's all in the same post. And then in that caption, I like to share, if there's any emergency information, like a local emergency clinic, or if there is a clinic nearby that will be open during those days, I like to share that information. So I'll share that probably at the beginning of the month, and then I share about a week before the actual day we're closing, and then a couple days before. I even like to pin one of those posts on my Facebook or Instagram page, just in case people are perusing our page and they come and they see that, they're fully aware what's happening. So post number 2 is going to be sharing a reminder for people to refill the prescriptions and food. Again, this is another post that I like to reshare a couple times throughout the month because people forget, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I will push this kind of to the last minute, even if when I was working at the clinic, I would be like, oh, I need to get Brody her medication, and I just keep forgetting. So we're all human, so those reminders are going to be important. And this will be very crucial if you do have limited holiday hours, because this will give people plenty of time to get those prescriptions or pick up their food or anything else that you offer that may end through why you guys are closed. So I like to share this before, and then in my caption, remind people of how they can do it. So if you have an app, if you have an online prescription request form, sharing that kind of information and letting people know this is how you can do it. All right, so post number 3 is going to be sharing any activities that you do with your team. So this is going to be any Christmas parties, any contests you have. So if you guys participate in Gingerbread Appreciation Day or Gingerbread Day, something like that, that is one calendar holiday that I do like to incorporate if possible, because it's a fun activity my team has done in the past where we will decorate gingerbread houses together, and then I will have taken pictures and post those on social media and asking our audience to share which one is their favorite. Same concept applies to Ugly Sweater Day. You know, it's not something I like to do all the time, but it's a fun thing to do with the team. So anything contest-wise, you can do that and ask people to vote on their favorite one. To me, is a great post, and a lot of people have fun with that, and they can connect with your team that way. Another kind of contest idea is exam room door decorations. We did this one year at my practice, and it was so fun just to kind of see the unique ways that my team members will decorate the doors. So that's, one fun thing you can do. But if you just have a holiday party, you'll share that with your audience and your followers. Just let people know, hey, our team is human too, and we do enjoy working together, or we do just enjoy time with everyone. So I just love doing those kind of posts, and we've actually have a lot of cool ideas on how you can participate in those in our Facebook group. So if you want to join our free Facebook group and bounce off ideas with other people and get inspiration, definitely join the group. We'd love to have you. I'll have the link for you in the show notes or description below, and can't wait to see you in there. All right, so post number 4 is going to be celebrating those seasonal community events. And so if your hospital partakes in any local community events, even if it's just decorating a tree downtown or sponsoring a charity or something like that, that is a great thing to post on your social media. One thing that my practice did each year was hosting a pet parade downtown with our local tree decorating festivities. I live in a small town, so it was a huge thing to have like this whole day dedicated to a Jingle Bell fun run, Christmas tree lighting, and all the businesses downtown would get in on and have special events. So it was a big thing, and we got a few clients from that. So if that's something that your hospital hosts, something special event, definitely promote that on your social media, because that really shows how relevant you are to the community. People can connect with you that way, and it shows a different side of your practice with your clients. So I enjoyed that one so much, and so I would love to see other practices do that during this time of year. All right, so number 5, and I probably should have brought this up further on the list, but we've all done this one, and even though it can get tiresome, it's really important to share the seasonal dangers that come around. So, all the toxic food, all the tinsel, the tree decorations, and anything that pets shouldn't ingest. We need to remind people of that the danger can lurk with those. So, long story short, keep doing those posts because they're important, and you can find new ways to spice this up. So this could be a simple way as in just making a graphic and sharing and listing a couple of those dangers. You can have a team member go on camera and list, 5 things your pet should avoid this year for Christmas. Something like that. Just figure out different ways you can spin this idea. All right, so I kind of mentioned this before, but the next post idea is to partner up with a local charity or shelter and host a drive within your practice. So we partnered up with the local food bank, and we had a barrel in our lobby that people could drop off food. We sponsored a few kids that wanted some things for Christmas, the local foster kids. So if you do anything like that, definitely take a picture, put it on your social media, encourage people to join in and partake in this fundraiser with you. Another year we also did a raffle to raise money for charity, and we chose a local charity for that. So think of different ways that you can highlight your charities. One idea is if you have like a goal that you're wanting to reach, like a monetary goal. So if you wanted to raise $5,000 for Make-A-Wish Foundation, for example, you could have a tally where you're tracking all of the funds being raised, and have that in the lobby, and then give your followers an update on where things are and how the tracker is growing. And we did that one year actually. We had a contest if we could raise, I think it was $5,000 for our local fun run, which was sponsoring, I think, the Humane Society in our local area. If we could reach that goal, our team members would be able to throw a pie in the face of our practice owner. But my practice owner wasn't very excited about it, but it got a huge turnout, and it was a lot of fun. We threw the pies. They were just tins with whipped cream, so it wasn't harsh, so to speak, on my poor doctor's face, but it was fun. I did a live video at our staff party, and we were able to throw the pies, and it was a lot of fun for the people involved besides the person receiving the pie. But if you can come up with fun events like that, it's great. It was social media gold for us. Okay, so the next post idea, I think is number 7, is Elf on the Shelf, and many versions of that. And in the blog that I'll be adding with this video, I'll share a few different ideas on how you can use the elf in different places in the hospital. But I like to use the elf in a couple different ways. I know some practices like to post every day where the elf is at. I found that kind of got a little tiring, not just for me, but kind of for my audience. But that just was for my audience. So keep in mind, figure out what works best for you and how your audience responds. But what I like to do was take a picture of the elf in different parts of the hospital and kind of share like, oh, okay, I don't remember what our elf's name was. I'll just go with Hemi just for the example, but it was like, oh, Hemi's getting ready for surgery. We've got, 5 spay neuters today, and Hemi's just all excited to help these pets. Something like that, and just kind of tie in a little bit of passive education to be like, oh, this is what this room is for in the hospital. And I posted that, maybe once or twice a week. Another time I did it was as a countdown, the 12 days of Christmas kind of a thing, and incorporate some of those things in that concept. But yeah, I encourage you to take a look at the blog because that has, I think, like 25 ideas in itself. But yeah, definitely there's a lot of creativity there, and I know there's a lot of fun ideas in our Facebook group about that. So head on over there to get those ideas. But number 8 on our list is share some team holiday favorites. And how I did this in the past was I had one question, or I had a couple of questions where I'd ask our team members on camera, recorded, not live, about their response to my question. So one question was, what was your favorite holiday tradition growing up? And I would get their response on camera, and I put it all together in a video, shared that, or posted the responses individually. I think I did both. I like to just put it in one video, I found, because that just made it simple for people to watch through and just kind of, it made it complete. But you can do fun things like that, like what is your favorite candy to eat during this time of year, or what's your favorite Christmas movie to watch, and some of those kind of things. It shows your team's personality, and it gives your clients or potential clients something to relate to in the people that are helping their pets. So definitely keep that in mind and have some fun with that. So this next one, number 9, is going to be hosting a photo contest. And I won't go too far into detail on how to do this because I have a blog that lists out everything in detail, and I'll link that for you. But that is a great way to get comments and get engagement from people. And it's a really fun time of year to do it because people are dressing up their pets. They already have photos ready for the Christmas cards to share with the family. And who doesn't like to see cute pets? So I like to do giveaways with this one as well, but check out the blog that I have and see if it's a good fit for you. And, if you do, let me know how it goes for you because I love doing these photo contests. All right, and I kind of already alluded to number 10, but hosting a 12 days to Christmas countdown. Like I said, the way that I did this mainly was with our Elf on the Shelf, but other ways that you can do this is doing a giveaway for each day leading up to Christmas. And what you can do is give away a toenail trim, bag of treats, a massage, other things that you can incorporate into your practice or from your practice into these is great. You can also partner up with your local businesses. So We often would do this with the local espresso stand that was just across the street from our practice. And we would ask them for a gift card to their espresso stand, and we'd give them some dog treats to host at the espresso stand with a treat or a sign at their drive-through saying, hey, these treats are sponsored by Woodside. That's a kind of a different concept to this, but you could get gift cards from local espresso stands, for hardware stores, talk to your reps, your pharmacy reps, and see if they can do something fun like that. You could see if maybe your rep could sponsor a day where you can give away a free flea and tick product or something like that, with exams, and, figure out how that's going to work for your practice. But, things like that. One year we did a giveaway with a Yeti cooler. That was completely different from the holidays here, but, you could do something like that, not necessarily pet related, but, who doesn't like something like that in regards, make sure it fits for your area, but, figure out some fun ways to do giveaways like that. So also another idea would be kind of doing an advent calendar type of a thing. So if you have an advent calendar or are familiar with the concept, you go in, you pull out something. One of my favorites is kind of just chocolate or a coffee advent calendar. Not related to pets here, but you could have that idea like, oh, if you have a clinic cat, our clinic cat's name was Granny. So it could be like, oh, taking a video of like, oh, Granny, it's time to check to see what's behind the door for today at the advent calendar, and pull out, it's some catnip or something fun. Figure out what you want to add in there, and maybe each day you could pull out a patient's name that has purchased something and be like, okay, this person won something like this, won $10 off their next exam or something like that. So there's lots of ideas that I'm just kind of spitballing here, not necessarily scripted. But yeah, there's lots of ways that you can go with this 12 days of Christmas. I just encourage you to keep it as simple as possible for you, because it will not only add more energy to you to not have to do all these fancy things, but it'll make it easy for your followers and audience to follow along too. So our next idea is to highlight your Christmas tree. And so what I mean by that is, for a lot of practices I've seen, a lot of people will add custom ornaments, or will have, like I mentioned before, cards that they're sponsoring other foster children or sponsoring children in the area. What we did one year is we allowed our clients in the lobby to create Christmas ornaments. We provided all the craft supplies, and they were able to either make a ornament in memory of their pet, if they're passed on or still alive, but they were able to honor the pet and hang it on our tree. And each time someone would do that, I would take a picture and update how the tree's looking, and kind of just take a moment to honor all those clients who added their ornaments on. So I kind of highlighted that. So if you have something special with your tree that you do, that's a great way to highlight it and put it on social media and let people know exactly what the tree is, what's special about that tree, and encouraging people to come on in and add to the tradition. All right, so the next post idea, number 12, I have 18 for you. I know it's quite a bit, but number 12 is to host a photo booth or host Santa Paws. So it's kind of the same idea, but if you decide just to have a spot available for people to take photos of their pets, something seasonal, then you can offer to take pictures of the pets for them, maybe while they're on the way out or on the way back in. However you want to figure how that works out. You can offer to take a picture for them and offer to put in a frame, or even say, hey, can I post this on social media? Wink, wink. And have a fun way to do that. Or just have a day where you invite Santa Claus to come and host a Santa Paws event, and see if you can use that as an event to generate new clients that way, or just really thank the current clients. So I've seen lots of people do both successfully. So if you have questions about that, definitely pop them in the Facebook group. Number 13, I know this can be kind of a touchy subject because I've heard multiple things about this, but the inevitable is that there are going to be new puppies and new pets purchased during Christmas. So you could do a few posts on that, either about warning people or reminding them that, pets aren't necessarily the best gift. Depends on your position on this. Or you could provide tips on how to get your new puppy or new pet prepared and off to a great start. So it never hurts to bring back the new puppy, new kitten posts and those kind of subjects. So definitely keep that on your radar because it does happen every year. So then with that, this one ties in perfectly, but number 14 is to create a list of great gifts you can give pet lovers or pet owners. So you could do a puppy version, a kitten version, or exotics version, or if you're equine, maybe make a list of things that would be great to give to equine owners and really just kind of provide some great ideas that people can give their pet owners. And you may even want to, include a gift certificate to your hospital on that list. A little plug in there for yourself. But yeah, I have found great success with this one as well. And that's a great way for people to share that post or in a video. If you wanted to hold the items up in the video with a team member on camera, you could provide that as well. All right. We're getting down to the bottom of the list, but number 15 is sharing weather reports and tips to prepare for the colder or warmer weather, depending where you're at during this time of year. I did this when we had a huge snowstorm one day, and we just popped on Instagram and we said, hey, show us your snowy day pictures. And people flooded us with videos and pictures, and we were just sharing those on our Instagram stories and our Facebook page. And that was really, really fun for us to see all the pets at home in their natural environment and seeing how well they just enjoyed the snow or didn't enjoy the snow. So other ways that you can incorporate this is if you know there's going to be a storm coming or there's a cold snap on the way, definitely share legitimately a weather report in your post and then share some tips on how pet owners can prepare their pets for the incoming weather. So it's kind of a simple post in that regard. It's like really not related to pets, but it's a huge thing that's always on people's minds and they'll make you very relevant to what's happening in the moment. So be sure to figure out how you can incorporate the weather reports in with your posting for sure. All right, and number 16, I saw this post idea in our Facebook group, and a lot of people have created remembrance walls to honor the pets that have passed on in years previously. And I thought this was just a great idea overall, and there's many different versions that people have done this, and I have never done this before. So I definitely encourage you to visit our Facebook group and see if this is something you'd like to do. I'd love for you to come in and pick their brains and see how they did it, because done well, I think this would be just a beautiful thing to do, to offer and to highlight on your social media post. So definitely come and check that out with us. The next one is, they're going to be more of a New Year's Eve flavor, but this is something that I always used to forget until the very last moment, and then I'd be scrambling to add them to our strategy. So this is something definitely I want you to keep on your radar too. With New Year's Eve and New Year's Day comes the fireworks, right? So be sure to remind people as early as possible that give your fireworks tips, just like you would for the 4th of July, and give tips on how to prepare pets for that, if they need any medication to help them get through that time. If you are fear-free practice, definitely providing those stress-free tips is always a great time to do this. All right, and then for the last post idea that I have is on New Year's Eve. I have enjoyed doing this, but sharing a recap of the highlights from the last year with your hospital. And this could be either you just going back and looking through your top performing social media posts and bringing those into a collage and sharing a little bit about those, or if those are photos that you've had taken throughout the year with your team, or things that were really impressionable for your practice, adding those into a collage, and really just any way to recap the year and be like, hey, this is all that's happened, and just reflect and say, hey, thank you for being a part of our journey. We're excited to see you in 2024, or if that's when I'm recording this, but for the following year. So definitely have fun with that post, because it can be a simple way for you just to create a post and kind of pull stuff from the past, but also just have a good time of reflection and remind people that you're thankful for them being there. So with that is our 18 posts ideas, and literally I think I just gave you a month's worth of post ideas there. But if you have any other post ideas for December, I would love to know from you and hear from you. What else would you add to this list? Because I'm sure there's a ton more that we could add to it. So let me know, and I would be happy to add them to my list. So like I said, if you would love to grab those free templates for these December post ideas, you can definitely grab those. The link will be provided to you. The post ideas, or the templates, aren't for all these post ideas, but it'll give you a great start and a great way for you to just save some time on those templates. All right. And so with that, I wanted to let you know that I have heard from all of you that social media is very, very difficult to keep up with, because you have other things on your plate, and social media will often just fall on the back burner because of that. And so knowing how busy you are in the practice, and knowing how hard social media can be to keep up with, I wanted to let you know that I've created something special to help you out. And it's called Vet Social Hub. And it's my monthly membership where I create social media calendars for you. And I come up with the post ideas. I create Canva and caption templates to match those ideas. And I send those directly to your inbox, so that you don't have to think about what to post. All you have to worry about is adding the photos and videos you need to those captions, changing any verbiage on the text on those templates, and adding your colors that match your hospital. And so if that is something that you would love to have delivered to your inbox every month, I would love to invite you to join my waitlist for Vet Social Hub, so that you can know when it's going to be open. And depending on when you are watching this video, it's going to be open fairly soon. So I would love for you to hop on that waitlist so that you can receive the official invite to join Vet Social Hub. And as a thank you for joining the waitlist, I'm going to give you 10 free templates from Vet Social Hub, just to tide you over until we've officially opened the doors. So if that sounds great for you and something that you could really benefit from, I would love to have you and invite you to join. The link to join Vet Social Hub waitlist will be in the description or show notes of this, and I hope to see you there. I know I've been in your place before, and I just want to be able to give this to you. So hope you will join us, and I'll catch you later. Bye!